Wait, close the door behind you, man. Damn. What's going on, everybody? Alexander Fazzolani here, and today we are going to go over the do's and don'ts of the Fire Flyer. So please like, share, and subscribe so we can continuously put out this free content for free 99. And as always, this is brought to you by Design for Agents, an e-commerce geared to making sure you have what you need in order to succeed in your real estate business. You can buy planners, business plans, Instagram templates, apparel, and so much more. Go check out the link in the description below. So a Fire Flyer is basically a flyer that's on fire because it's hot and it's not cool. Talk about Fire Flyers. So before we dive into the do's and don'ts, I want to explain what a Fire Flyer is. Right? So a lot of realtors, we go out there and we flyer the block, right? We door knock and we hand people, our just listed flyers or our just sold flyers and ask them if they want to buy or sell. It's just a little conversational piece that usually has our information on it, right? But the difference between a Fire Flyer and a traditional flyer is that the Fire Flyer is a little more personalized, right? It has your handwriting, which actually gives you a higher percentage when it comes to potentially converting them or actually having a conversation about what you're sending out, right? And don't get me wrong, you're not gonna have to sit there and actually write a bunch of letters over and over and over again. You just write one letter that's handwritten and then you make a colored copy or scan of it and print a bunch of those out. And it gives the illusion that it's a handwritten letter, right? Which people tend to read a lot more than something that's typed up. So now that you know what a Fire Flyer is, let's go into the do's and don'ts of how to actually utilize this to get more business. So let's dive right in. So let's tear it up. Let's set this flyer on fire. Let's add another corny pun to this. So the first thing you want to avoid doing is overcomplicating the message, right? So you don't want to, write a story there. You don't want it to be like, something that's 2 pages long. You want to keep it short, concise, and straight to the point. Like, hey there, my name is Alex. I'm actually a realtor. I sold the house right down the block. I have a couple of buyers that are interested in moving into the area. Would you happen to know anybody, neighbor or so, looking to sell, or you yourself looking to take advantage of the market? If you are, or you know somebody, please send me a call or shoot me a text at 917-915-4417. Your local realtor, Alexander Fazzolani. So you want to keep it concise and straight to the point, and hey, they know you're a realtor, they know that this is the situation, they don't have to do too much reading, right? Because you don't want to lose them at the end of the day. Which leads us to don't number 2, which is you don't want to type out this letter. I know we talked about a Fire Flyer being handwritten and then copied. I've actually taught many people this, and I still have people that type up a message. Please do not type up a message. The whole point of this is to get people to read it. And the reason why they're gonna read it is because it looks like it's handwritten. The third thing that you wanna avoid is sending the same letter multiple times throughout the year, right? So some people have this strategy where they're gonna send a flyer of different listings that they have, like the same exact flyer over and over and over until somebody ends up listing with them, right? And that's not a bad strategy, but this is more of a personalized touch. So if you keep sending the same letter over and over and over again and it looks exactly the same, they're not going to want to receive it, or they're going to tell you to F off, right? You don't want to do that. So at the end of the day, we want to make sure that if we do create a campaign, that it's not going to be the same letter over and over and over again. So now let's dive right into the do's. Right, so here's what you're gonna wanna do in order to maximize your results when it comes to these Fire Flyers. The first thing that you're gonna wanna do is either A, attach your card to the flyer, or have a footer that has your picture and information on it, just in case they wanna reach you not just through text message or through a call. They might wanna email you or something like that, because some people are shy nowadays. I know I have to text people before calling them, so sellers are the same way. So it's good to have your information attached to the card, even if you put your number inside of the message itself. Which leads us to number 2, which is print a lot of these letters. So just like anything real estate, it's all about numbers. Numbers are your friend. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you're printing 100 to 300 of these and you're contacting a lot of people, right? So your mailing campaign, whether you're sending out via mail or whether you're door knocking, you're gonna wanna have a good amount of these, because think about it, your conversion ratio is always going to be 1 out of 100, right? So I have 100 people, one person knows somebody, at least one person knows somebody that is either looking to sell or looking to buy or looking to sell in the future, right? And your job is to capitalize on that. So obviously if you're only hitting 10 houses, it's not going to be as effective rather than if you hit 100. So it's still a numbers game, but it has a higher conversion and reading ratio, which is going to help you out in your conversion in the long run. Which leads us to number 3, which is create a letter campaign. So just like any campaign, whether it be a text campaign, email campaign, a letter campaign could be super, super helpful, right? So for example, let's say you just listed a property and you send out a letter about, hey, I just listed a property. Do you happen to know anybody looking to move into the neighborhood? Contact me here, right? Now, let's say that went into contract. I just put this house, blah, 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 into contract, and there's a couple of buyers still looking to move into the neighborhood. Have you ever thought about selling? If you have, contact me here, right? Then when the property sells, you can be like, hey, the property just sold. Here's the data in regards to it. I attach it to this letter. If you know anybody that's looking to possibly sell as well, I can help them out as well. Please contact me here. That's 3 contacts. But the handwritten does go way further than that traditional type it up and send it out and numbers, right? It holds a lot more weight in their brain, and they're actually going to feel a little more connected to you because you took time to handwrite it, right? So there you have it, guys. That's the fire flyer broken down, the do's and the don'ts. And there's a lot more that goes into fire flyering, and I look forward to actually putting together more content in regards to it. And again, this is brought to you by Design for Agents, the e-commerce geared to making sure you have what you need in order to succeed in your real estate game. So please go check it out in the description below. And for you, those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Alexander Fazlani. You can follow me on Instagram at Alex Fazlani, or you can find me on Facebook. But no matter where you find me, I still wish you many closings and happy clients. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.